It's online Biz Talk today, and we have an incredible subject for you with some incredible business partners from all over the globe. I'm super excited. We have some people that are here for the first time today, so you want to, stay tuned to hear their testimony and their input on our subject today. Backstage, we was talking, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, you must say that while we're live because your testimony is absolutely amazing, and your why you started this business is absolutely amazing." So I do these, well, we all do these online biz talks on a regular basis. We're doing them, oh my goodness, we're having it even Mondays coming and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. We do these to show people, what we're doing in the online world and how they too can get started in earning legitimately in a clear, transparent way with very high-end products that convert into high revenue and literally support like no other community, even no other business out there. I haven't seen this much support, this much teamwork, this much community, like consistency, all the things that we always talk about. So thank you, thank you, thank you all for joining. Our subject today is how to get the best results on Facebook in your online business. So even if you're not in this online business, you want to stay tuned because we have a lot of good tips how you can literally create success on Facebook. Facebook is one of my favorite platforms to run my ads on. So without further ado, let's bring all of our business partners out and welcome them in. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hi, Paulo. Why don't you introduce yourself for us and go a little bit over the subject? Tell us a little bit about your why. Why did you start this? I guess it's been a while since I asked you that.
Yeah,
And tell us how to get the best results on Facebook in an online business.
yeah, definitely. Hi, everyone. My name is Paulo Perlez. I was born in the Philippines, but then moved to Calgary, Alberta, Canada when I was a baby. So I grew up there, and now I currently live here in Vancouver, British Columbia. I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I worked in all aspects of nursing, but I'm doing clinical research oncology right now. And yeah, I started this business over 6 years ago. And there's multiple reasons, but one of the major reasons is I burnt out in my career twice. Worst experience ever. Other health issues came up on upon that because of that burnout as well. And the other reason is to help my mom retire. Like she's already retired, but she's living off her pension. Just enough money to pay the rent, pay the bills, and sometimes like yeah, just food wise too. Like with the cost of living with everything, I know we were talking backstage was just the cost of living and like it's crazy how expensive food is too. And so I worry about that with my mom. So it's nice to be able to give back to her to help her just have the basics because I know a lot of everyone here are just struggling with the basics of rent and living and food. And so that's one of the other reasons. I have multiple reasons, but I'm not going to go into it because it will take another 30 minutes. So I'll just jump straight into the topic. And with trying to get best results on Facebook for your online business. So sorry, there's a there's just a dog outside. But yeah, to get best results on Facebook, for me, it's gonna be different for everyone who's doing this business. But for myself, in our training, we teach you how to brand yourself, and with the branding is how I create my business and how what I post on my business pages. And so with Facebook specifically, and with I guess with any other social media platforms, you want to build that trust because there's a lot of scams out there. I mean, I'm hearing people that are getting scammed from 2,000 all the way up to $400,000, 400,000 K from scammers out there. And so I know how crazy it is out there to trust people. And so when I post content on my business page, I try to do my best to post educational content, content about this business, which is doing these live business chats to show people that we're legitimate people, and then funny posts as well, and as well personal posts to show people who I am as a person. And so for myself, for branding, I love to spend time with family and friends. I love to travel. If you follow me, I travel a lot. And then I love just exercising, staying fit because of my burnout issue. And I've got other health issues that number one is trying to stay fit because without your health, you have nothing. And I've seen it. I've seen it in the hospitals. I've seen wealthy people who are sick and dying, and without their health, money means nothing to them. And so I focus on those three things on my branding. And so I post them constantly. My business page is like a shop. like a brick and mortar shop. If I don't post every day, then the shop is going to be closed. Like, you don't want to be going to a store where they say it's supposed to be open Monday to Friday, but then they're closed Wednesday, Thursday, and the odd days, because that just doesn't show legit, like it's a legit business. Whereas online, you want to show that legitimacy. And so I'm posting at least once a day or 2 times a day or 3 times a day. I'm using story features on Facebook as well. And the other thing too, I wanted to backtrack as well. A lot of us are on Facebook, but we're using it on our personal use. We haven't been taught to take advantage of it from a business perspective. And our training teaches us how to change our mindset from a worker mindset to a business entrepreneur mindset, to use Facebook and other social media platforms to benefit us, so that we can help our business succeed and reach as many people globally within our community and within the business. And so, yeah, once you've done the training, once you get all the branding, like your branding sorted out and you're posting all that, it builds that trust factor. And some of the issues I had in the beginning was just trying to figure out what content to create. And with the introduction of Chat GPT AI, that has changed my way of posting things as well, where I'm actually creating a lot more content of my own. And so I've been using that since it came out, and I've been creating, I would say, 3/4 of my content on my business page is all stuff that I've created on my own. And so those are the things that has worked for me for getting best results. And the other thing too is, don't get worried that people are not liking your posts or commenting on your posts as well, because no matter what, people are always watching. And that's the thing. And so I just keep posting away, even though like my one post will only get one like or no likes. I'll just keep posting exact same things or something similar. But yeah, I mix it up, do educational posts, business posts, motivational posts, and use my story features quite a lot, because stories, I think, gives a better introduction to who you are. They see you as a person, they see your day-to-day thing. And yeah, that's all I can say right now, Georgia. So I'll pass it back to you.
I love that. I love everything that you said, and I'm probably the one that likes all your stuff.
Yeah, and my mom.
And your mom, we got two biggest fans. But the thing is these people, sometimes people don't want to like because they don't want to show interest, and then they reach out to you privately.
Yeah.
Like, can I buy in, or what are you doing? You know, or just something. It's like, so I understand that. Like, I totally understand that. So you gotta understand, like, to anybody who's watching right now, say for instance, there is a like an item online, and it's like, it's an item that you don't want people to know that you like. Maybe it's something to make your belly skinny, or maybe it's a naughty something toy or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, you're not going to like it and say, "Oh, I like this," and let me have it in the comments. You're going to privately go to them. So or somebody just is not a liker. There's a lot of people like that. There's so many people who have social media, they don't even have a picture on their Facebook. They don't want to be seen, and they don't have posts. All they want to do is just scroll and get away from their little problems a little. They want to look online. They want to buy online. Hi, how are you? Is that Rita?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Rita. Nice to have you.
Good evening from here, Miss Georgia. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening. You are in Australia, right?
What?
Where are you right now?
I'm home right now. I'm in Spain, in Galicia.
Oh yes, Galicia. Okay, okay. Yes, because I forgot because I remember you saying that it's going to be a late time, but you can come. But I was like, okay.
No, I thought it would be at 12 p.m. That was
okay. No, that's why you got that. He was like, it's 5 a.m. my time. I'm thinking, didn't this woman say she was from Spain? I didn't get it. So I'm like, was she in Melbourne? All right. So you're my neighbor. I got a neighbor here from Galicia, not far. I'm in Barcelona. Thank you for joining. We were just going over the subject, and I was touching on what Paulo said. But yeah, there's so many things right now where people can come in and into the business. They can buy your product without showing any interest on your ads or Facebook. They'll simply, they won't maybe click like, but they'll click your ad and they'll come to it and they'll buy it. So thank you, Paulo. So Cynthia, why don't you introduce yourself for us and tell us your beautiful testimony? What made you start this business? And maybe if you have, I know you're new, but if you have any insight into this subject today, you know, how to succeed on Facebook and get results in this online business.
Yeah, so my name is Cynthia. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I have two small kids, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. So I'm a busy mom, especially this summer, right, that they're home. So I actually fell in love with the online world, I guess you could say, when I was pregnant with my son. So after having my son, we moved, and it was for quite a distance from my actual job. So I was a special needs teacher for many, many years. I thought that was my career for life. I would never have thought of being here in this moment, doing something online and owning a business. So this opportunity itself just kind of found me. I was already involved with something else, but I've never seen an opportunity like this. So it was uncomparable to what I was doing. And I was really comfortable with what I was doing before. And as I was saying to everyone before we came on live, that, you know, staying in your comfort zone doesn't bring you any growth or any success in any way. So I kind of, I don't know, I got awoken by something when I resonated with, you know, this opportunity that I stumbled upon. So I'm really, really thankful and blessed that, you know, this opportunity came to me at the right time. And I really kind of woke up, like I said, and I deserved more, right? And I know this is why we're all here too, because you probably see that too, that this opportunity is like no other. And I feel like I found my golden ticket. So I've been really, really thankful for the community, everyone that I've connected with so far. I was really, really impressed by the training. I didn't expect it to be so specific and detailed. And that's why, you know, everyone kept saying like it's for everybody and this could be something that anybody can do, which is really, really true. And I was excited right when I started. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I was skeptical in the beginning because I was already doing something, right? I was comfortable with what I was doing and it just seemed too good to be true. But that was all, you know, after I found out everything and all the information that I needed to, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks. And so when I decided to actually do it, I went all for it. I did the training. I got right into it. And I started connecting with people. And I think that's what's helped me grow in a lot of ways. But the training itself, just your mindset grows like instantly. And especially if you show up, right? I feel like it's worth it. You need to do all the things in order for you to actually see it 100%. So like Paulo said, you know, this business works differently for everyone depending on how you want to pursue it and how quickly you want, not that it's a race, but how excited and what your why is. So my biggest why is my family, right? Is that I deserved more. I deserve more in life. And this is a way to get to my dreams, right? To bring my husband home, and not because he doesn't enjoy his job, but because it would be so nice for us as a family to just live life, right? Instead of, you know, worrying about a certain bill or worrying how expensive things are getting. And we all know how tough life is and how expensive life is, like Paula was mentioning as well. So, so this is how I got here. And I'm so excited to be here. And I'm just enjoying every day. I wake up and I'm excited to do all the things that I need to do for my business. And I'm excited to learn, right? And I think that's the most important part, is just to be open-minded about everything that this business offers. So the topic of how to succeed online. I feel like, a lot of people can post whatever they want, and a lot of people, either believe it or not, don't believe it, because there's so many things online that people can just post about, right? So I feel like being genuine and just being yourself is key. And if you do that, people are going to resonate with you and people are going to see that. And that's what my biggest goal was not only to start this business, but because I was already on the online space, that's always been my goal, is just to be myself. Because there's no other better way, right? Why be something else that you're not? And just build relationships that way to help people see that. Another thing is to post good content. I think that's important too, to have people look forward to what you're going to post the next day. And as a busy mom, I do schedule some of my posts, not all the time, because sometimes I'm just spontaneous and just post whatever I'm doing throughout the day, whether it's with my kids or whatever it is. But I do like to manage them sometimes because it makes it easier for me as a stay-at-home mom, and just to be more present with my kids, but have it all, organized that way. That's another way that's helped me. And another thing is consistency. Obviously, Paulo, you mentioned something about like showing up. Because obviously, if you don't post anything and if you don't show up to your business, obviously, then your business is basically shut down. So I always try my best to just post consistently. And like I said, post good content and, things about you as well, right? Fun things that I do with my kids. Sometimes pictures of my kids, and what we're doing. But the most important thing is, I think, showing up. And because, like, we all said, like, people are watching, right? Whether you can see it physically with the likes or, but people are watching. They're watching your every move, especially, I don't know if obviously you've probably had that experience of people that have come back and like message you randomly and had like you not knowing, like not even meeting them or knowing them. They just message you randomly saying like, like I've been watching you for like a year, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, you've been watching me for a year. So, that's another thing we have to, think about, that people are watching you no matter what you think or whatever it is. And another thing is, just tips about life that I like to post in general, just tips about things that I've learned, whether it be like last week or the week of, like just tips about living, right, in general. And about your mindset too. I feel like there's always good information out there and always good tips about, growing your mindset in general. And I think that's quite a few tips that I have, that I can remember for now. But just be consistent. I feel like that's like key for me.
We talk a lot about consistency, and I love how you touched on inspiring people or giving little tips. Some of the most successful multi-billion dollar, literally entrepreneurs, public figures, they're selling packages, they're selling courses, they're selling products. And what you see often is inspiration. You see often on their pages them inspiring people and then putting their product out there too. In a world where there's so much going on, why not inspire people? Why not give some good tips, some life tips? And that's your brand right now, right? And if you want to choose a different brand or a different way on Facebook, that's your choice. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Cynthia. God bless you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Aine, why don't you go ahead for us and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the subject, or you can touch on whatever it is that you'd like to touch on. If you want to go a little bit with your why too, to what made you start this online business, and if you have any tips for anybody for advertising on Facebook or for getting results on Facebook, let us know.
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Ayan. I just want to say, Paulo and Cynthia, you guys have thank you for sharing your stories and tips. You guys have spoken so well that I've gotten a bit nervous, but I'm just gonna go straight ahead to first introduce myself. So my name is Ayan from Melbourne, Australia. I am an early childhood educator by profession, and I think I've shared before like my why I started the business. I'm gonna say it again and again because that was my main why as to why I started. So I started my online business journey a year ago, and at that time, the main reason I started was my daughter, like my daughter being unwell and being a casual worker, and just having to I had to look for additional stream of income because when you're a casual worker here in Australia, you don't get paid if you don't go to work. So that's when I'm like, okay, I need an additional stream of income to at least support my daughter, and of course with the cost of living rising and everything is crazy, so it's really important to have an additional stream of income. And I found this online business at first through Facebook, seeing a lot of ads, and I was so skeptical about Facebook and those ads that I never really joined any of those. But when I saw a family member doing the business, and then I started my business journey too. So that's the main reason as to why I started. A little bit about this subject, advertising, no, not advertising, Facebook, or how to succeed on Facebook. So when I started my journey, my training, so I really loved the step-by-step video-based training that we had, um, you know, basically on Facebook. Like what caught my attention out of all of those other things with Facebook, because Facebook is a platform that a lot of people use, and people use it for, like, for example, interacting with friends, and not really, they don't get to see the business side of it. And that was me. That was me like a year ago. Like me, I'll just love to post funny things on Facebook, chat with friends, or just post about me. Oh, this is what I'm doing, and just to keep people, updated and that. But I always felt like there was something empty. Like I always wanted more than just, to be, interacting with people on Facebook or just posting about myself and my personal life and my daughter. And what I really loved about the business is because this online business have really opened my eye to Facebook. There is more to Facebook than just it being you know, a interaction or social media part. Like there's more to it about the business. And when I started the training, I learned how to set up a Facebook page, something that I never really knew how to do. Crazy to say. And I also learned about Canva. So what really made my post more engaging was Canva. When I started, I really didn't know how to use Canva, but when I followed the step-by-step training, it gave me like all the steps that I needed, how to create an inspiring post. And now what I do with my Facebook page is that I just post about myself and business, and then being a mom also of one. My daughter and I, we love to dance and all of those things. So at first I was just business, 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 and then I started to realize maybe people are not interacting or I'm not getting seen much, And then I started to make fun reels, and sometimes I use stories, and that kind of made me to get like, I don't know, to put myself out there more. But I don't know. At the same time with Facebook and the training, like I felt a lot of how do you call it? A lot of content or happiness. Like yes, I'm doing something. I'm waking up motivated and inspired every day. That yes, I'm doing something, and it's a business, and it's got a huge potential, and I'm surrounded by a global market. So why not put yourself out there and help other people too, like to learn how they can create their own passive income. And yeah, that's the tips. So the tips that, let me go back to the tips. I think I'm going out of the topic. So back to the tips on Facebook. So what really helped me was just, posting regularly, consistency, and also at times, like, I work full time still, and I have a daughter who's very active, and um, at the same time, she has asthma, and sometimes we may not end up, going to work because, of her condition and that. So, what helps me, to keep on, to keep up with my business, as a busy mom and taking care of my daughter and work is mainly I like to reschedule posts. Sometimes I like to reschedule 3 or 4 posts a day for the next week. And then there's sometimes when I'm like, okay, kind of falling back a bit, but then I'm like, okay, I need to, and then I try to say, okay, let me post about what I do, my life. And I love going for hikes. I love dancing with my daughter. I love to cook too sometimes. So sometimes I'll just share like, little recipes and baking. And I love to also share about the training, not about the training, but just doing live with other business partners from all over the world. And that's one thing that's really helped me to succeed on Facebook and attract more people on Facebook. So I do that is branding yourself, and that is kind of is it wall market, wall marketing? But there's also the advertising part of it, which we have been taught in our business. If you want to reach more people, you've got to advertise, and you got to target people that are like-minded as you, things that you like to do. So, for example, if I like to cook, if I am an early childhood educator, if I have a daughter, if I like to go for hikes, these are the main things that I like to target in my ads. And I just love the fact that, I don't know, when I advertise, I get a lot of people messaging me, hey, what do you do? I'm interested in learning more, and can you send me more information? So advertising has really worked for me, and it's crazy because I never really like saw myself, like a year ago or 2 years ago, doing what I'm doing now. But I guess I don't know, things happen. God works in mysterious ways, and yeah, that's why I'm here today. And I'm so happy that I'm helping other people to learn about Facebook or to learn about their online business. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. I want to be your best friend and I want to go hiking and dancing with you now. So that's pretty much what we do in this. And we don't really hike as much because we're all about the beach right now. And but it's the where I am, there is like really high hills. So it's like you're hiking because it's like a workout. But
Yeah.
that sounds amazing, and it sounds like you have, more time for your child, and yeah. So do you have one child?
Yes, one daughter. Yeah.
One daughter. Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
and just
Thank
just
you.
to add to that, like, with Melbourne weather, it's just crazy. Next minute it's sunny, the next minute it's raining, and I think the best, if you don't get to go to beaches a lot, like the whole of
Yeah,
winter to autumn is just a crazy weather. What's my best thing to do? Put on a coat and go hiking or get my umbrella. So,
yeah.
that's what I love to do a lot in those seasons, and then a bit of the beach, but yeah.
Yeah, so you know that I'm from West Kelowna, BC. Did you know that? And that's all we did was hike there. And I had some crazy Polish and Slovakian friends, and they took me hiking in the craziest areas. It's like we almost died, and I'm like, this tree's moving. And they're like, no, you can do it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And they made me strong, right? So when you would hike in the heat, in the cold, in the icy, we see waterfalls behind waterfalls. It was just, I'm so grateful I did it, right? It's just like jumping out of your comfort zone. And
Yeah.
so I'm a city girl. I was brought up in Toronto, Ontario, or New York, right, in the States, or so our family was always in the city. So it was a big, jump out of who the way I was brought up to go into these different, um, crazy things these people was bringing me into, and my sisters were all like, "Oh my goodness, what are you doing?" But it's exhilarating being somewhere where it's so freezing cold, and then you get up into this mountain and you see, like, wow, look at what I accomplished. You're really high up, and it's just like this business. You jump into this business, you're cold, you're uncomfortable, you're hot, your feet hurt, whatever it was, and then you're like, results, results. And that's kind of the way I see it. Yeah, if you keep working at something, you're going to eventually get very good at it. You're going to be an expert. And that's what I found out in this business. And oh, we lost one business partner. He'll probably be back. That's what I found out in this business, like, and just in anything that I put my mind to. You know, in life and amongst people who are poor, you know, middle class, very wealthy, billionaires, there's no difference between these people except their will to go on for that goal. Okay, they're crazy enough to think I'm going to make it and to actually try and to actually go full force until they make it. Like, look at Elon Musk. Like, he's unstoppable, right? There's nothing that could keep you from succeeding but you. You know, if your dream is huge and big, the bigger your dream, the bigger your will and drive should be. So just keep going. And yeah, well, thank you, girl. God bless you for that. Okay, so why don't we go ahead now to Angelina? Angelina, why don't you introduce yourself for us? And why don't you touch on the subject because you're doing absolutely incredible. And bye, Ayin. Thank you for joining. So yeah, touch on this subject. And I know that this is something that you've been doing really good with. Oh, it was Paulo. Paulo jumped off. Okay. Thank you, Paulo, for everything. Oh, there he is. He's backstage. Let me just add. There you go.
Sorry, I
Sorry,
got
guys.
I got another
You're
meeting.
jumping off? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining, Paulo. God bless you. We got Arthur back. All right. So yeah, why don't you go ahead, Angelina, and introduce yourself for us and tell us a little bit about the subject.
Thank you, Jodia. Hi, everyone. I'm Angelina, and I'm from Ontario, Canada. I live here with my husband and my 3 kids. And I'm in this business mainly because I didn't want to go to work. I mean, I wanted to work, but I didn't want to leave my kids, my family. I wanted to always be with them. And luckily, I came across this business that gives me that opportunity to stay home and always be connected with them. And yes, I was shy to go onto Facebook at some point, and that's why I would just have pictures very once in a blue moon, a small video here and there for years and years, like maybe even 10 years. I'm not sure when, 2008 or something, that when I really started it. Don't count me on the a year because I have to check that. But because of this business, I got out of my shell. I started to feel the confidence in me. I started to feel, yes, I can do this. I can do this. And many people who I have seen, like me, are doing this. And then why cannot I? In fact, Georgia, my coach, is such a big inspiration. Every day I only look up to her for everything. If she's driving and if I feel a little weak driving, I'll try to drive too. Everything she does, like, I'm being a copycat here, I know that, but it doesn't matter as long as I succeed, and I will succeed. And I know even if we can be a fraction of Georgia, because she's reached on a very, very high level, we are still going to be successful, and that's what we need. And we are just regular people who want that for our family, for our children, for our husbands, who, as it is, we are aging and we don't have that kind of energy now to do 2 jobs and run around. And we need to calm down. We are slowing down, and our children are getting younger, but they have more needs: school, college, clothing, etc. And this is the best way for us to be home, not lose on any of the time with them, and also provide for them. All right, so I'm going to come to the topic, which is how to get best results on Facebook for your online business. I used to make small videos for my families, friends, and people who have not even seen for about 2 or 3 years. That went on. I just enjoyed doing that because I didn't want to just sit down saying, oh, by the way, I was a homemaker for 17 years rather. And I still am, in a way, because this work is not really work, right? It's still being at home. So that 17 years, for the last 3 or 4 years since I came across some video making stuff, and I started to put pictures together and then to make it look a little more pretty. And that led me to start improving myself. I may have like 1,000 hours on making videos, all because thanks to CapCut. CapCut was free, and there are times when they might prompt you to pay, but believe it, I've always tried to do the free way, and I'm successful doing that. It's quite nice. They offer lots of things for free. You just have to put some pictures together. Then you have to look at the theme that you are and say it's a birthday. Then you just go to audio and write happy birthday there, and they'll just give you a full list of happy birthday, the music that suits the pictures that you put in. This is one of the tips I'm trying to give out, because even that for me it was a trial and error. I did not go for any kind of training on YouTube to understand it. It was just trial and error, and I'm still learning. And there's more to learn, and we all will keep learning, because apps will keep updating. They will keep having new things. Every day is a learning process, and that's good, because every day feels that you've achieved something, even if it's the smallest of things. That is achievement. Well, so coming back to the video making, right? So you can just, the reason I'm telling you all video making is because of Facebook, by the way. All right. Because Facebook, we have reels, and when you make little videos or you jumble up pictures, if you go to CapCut, you have the time, you can do that. But otherwise, too, you can just jump into Facebook, throw your bunch of pictures that you have, try to make it at least 2 or 3 pictures if possible, and that's how it will turn into a reel. And they give you music options. Then again, you don't have the worry of copyright and those kind of things, right? So you can use their music. And with reels, the reason I'm pushing that is because of the views you'll get. When you just post one image, you kind of just get like 3 or 5. I'm not saying you guys, but I get that way. But when I do reels, I get hundreds at times, like 300, 500 within a span of day. It could be the music that they're attracted to. It could be the action that's going on in the pictures. I have my kids who are there in that picture. They really don't cooperate with me a lot with all this. They're shy too at this point, but they're there and they're fine. Like I try to post them, or I try to post the food that I have cooked, because I have the time. I'm not leaving them and going away. I'm here in the house. I can cook slow, nice cooking meals from scratch and those kind of things, or presentable cakes, because I love baking. And I post those things, work related. We have this biz, which is thanks to Georgia. This itself is our advertisement. This is where we come and talk, and you can see us as a person. You can see us through and through. We have nothing hiding. There's no screen here. There's nothing like we backstage spoke to each other and kind of rehearsed each other, and we didn't do all that. You can see the mistakes I'm making. You can see me through. I don't have any kind of an act here. I am who I am, and we all are who we are. So you can connect with us directly as to whoever you like us, like whatever you like about us, and whoever you like among us. Okay, so back to the reels. All right, so you can get a lot of views because of the reels. So do not skip that. If you can go to CapCut, it's not that scary. Do not be scared. Just go to CapCut. And once you start editing, it's not like the other apps that are a bit overwhelming. This is for normal people. Like I don't even know at this point to use computers properly, fully. Windows and Mac, I'm still thinking which is which. So think about it. If I can make those videos on CapCut, you will understand it too. Just go there, put some pictures, and they'll guide you, like, okay, edit, and just click on them. Honestly, you nothing wrong is going to happen. All right, just click, and then it'll be like, oh, when you edit, this is what happens. So it's like a trial and error, nothing. And it's not, and you can always go do the undo button, so you can go back, you can redo it. Or if anything wrong, just delete the whole thing, put again some pictures, what mistakes you've done, you can correct it over there. And yeah, nowadays they're pushing you to pro, so try to undo every time the pro comes in that you are using pro incense, which is where they want you to pay. So if you don't want to pay, I mean, I don't want to pay, so I'm not paying at this stage. Maybe in the future I may, if I catch up everything and I'm full with all the things that they have given you, then I may. But for now, I can do it without it, and I think I'm fairly good. They have animations, like you can have the pictures dancing and coming, swaying, even your text, what you've written down. They have text to speech, so you're kind of AI. Sorry, I don't mean to bore you all this, but I'm so excited about this, and I don't know much about AI, but I have seen some YouTube videos, and they give you so many steps. All right, so you go to do this, put the text into that, go to like 5 different apps to create that. And that's a professional way, I agree. But if you want to do the quick way, you go to CapCut, and there it's faster. It's like you just click there and text to speech. Whatever you've written on that little text, that will start speaking. It'll give you options: a child's voice, a American voice, a British voice, an elderly person's voice, anything that you want, even in the singing way, like singing style, welcome. If you want to say that, you have that too. I mean, everything is there. It's just a click. It's not 4 or 5 different apps. Just go to CapCut and it'll guide you. You'll become a pro before you know, and you'll be much faster than me, because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit on the slow side and I'm aging too. So I'm not as fast, but this keeps me alert. I hear that people get into Alzheimer's, and as you get aged, you get slower, but this keeps your mind racing. And this profession that I am in now, this business that I'm in, keeps me active, wakes me up, and like, I need to do this, I need to, like, I have, this is, I don't know if you guys can see, oops, it's not clear, but let me show you all the different files I have tons of files. I have lots of files over there I don't want to carry. I'm a little lazy now. I just start writing things and I start understanding it better and become more organized. I'm more active. And after years and years, because I'm feeling so active here and my mind is also a little more active, when you're a homemaker, you take things slowly. Yes, you work all day, 16, 18 hours, and you hardly sleep. I understand because of the kids, but your mind is not as active. But when you're doing this, you have Facebook, you have CapCut, which is Canva, you have things that you go on and you start creating things. You didn't even know that you could create. You didn't even know you could direct or edit. You didn't know anything. I didn't know it. And then now all of a sudden you have this. So it feels good. Then you want to do more. You want to do more and more. You want to do better. And then you meet all these lovely people. And of course, your coach is your inspiration, no doubt. But then you meet your mentors who are patient and they like to explain things to you. You know what is Pixel on Facebook, which I did not know. I thought Pixel was like some kind of little dots that join together. I did not know anything. So I'm learning. And thanks to her, my mentor, Akina, if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be even half of what I am today. So it's thanks to her, Akina Doyle, very nice girl. And all the other people who come here and all the new friends you meet. It's such a beautiful place here. Now I can see Arthur here, and I understand that he's done some kind of film work with Paw Patrol. That's a very good thing. I feel like I'm with a celebrity here. And my coach, who's a millionaire, I feel that too. Okay, I'm with a celebrity, because no millionaire is going to talk to me, right? So now I know that I can also be a millionaire someday, hopefully, because of my coach. And we have new people coming in and they tell their stories, and then you feel more motivated. Oh yes, she can do it, so I can. There are days that you might feel slow and weak and, oh, it's not working out for me. But then you look at these people and their success story, you automatically get that inspiration, because we have different teams, different groups. And when you look at that and you look at their success stories, you feel, why cannot I do it? I want to do it too. And then you connect with them, or you just try to do what they're doing. It doesn't matter if they call you copycat. You can always talk to them first and ask them whether this would be the right way. And then you can create things in your own way. Like there's Tushara, she exercises so beautifully, and looking at her, that gives me the encouragement. And that makes me feel even I can be flexible, because my bones are curling up, by the way. I'm aging now, so I need to exercise. I look at Georgia and I look at how she takes care of her 5 kids, single mother. All right. And then that gives me that encouragement that I can do this. I can do it. There are so many other people, and there are people here, even I think 71 or 73, if I'm not wrong. If they can do it, I'm not touched 50 yet. So why cannot I do it? Right. So everyone can do it. Facebook is not difficult. And in fact, my children are saying, Mom, you're an oldie, you're on Facebook. We have other things too. And I'm on everything now. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Thread, Twitter, YouTube. I'm everywhere. Okay, but one more tip. I'm sorry I deviated. I'm sorry about that. The reel is good, but if you have to make a video because you want to give like more details about what you're doing, or a nice video you were outside, or even this biz talk, which is an hour or so, you can turn this biz again into a reel. They give you that option. There are those three dots. Recently I started to do that. Go there, and then they'll tell you just keep it small, like keep it 30 seconds or 90 seconds. Do that. Look at this whole reel. Georgia is going to give us this, and then we can put that on our sites. So if you guys, once y'all start wanting to be with us and be like us, join us, start this business. And this 1 hour video that you will have on your Facebook, if you in the beginning you feel you're only getting 1 and 5 clicks, which is not going to work out, and most of them are just organic, or most of them are just your friends, and you want to reach a bigger audience, reel is the way. All right, so try to cut this short over there. Have the full video, because there are people who really want to watch A to Z, so don't do that. Keep that on, but also go and make reels and use a part of this video in that 30 or 90 seconds that Facebook will suggest you. Use that will catch the audience, because it's right in the beginning, like right to the point. And maybe some people might not come to you at that moment, but they watch you, and that goes on in their head. Just like our businesses, once you watch one of our free workshops that we keep telling y'all, guys, go onto my link, watch the free workshop. You have nothing to lose. You're not paying us. You're watching something for free. Anyways, you're on the computer watching some elephant walking or someone falling and laughing. Watch this. This might make you more money than what you are in your own jobs, in your own career jobs. We have nurses, we have firefighters, we have actors, we have all kinds of people here making side income, and then at times even quitting their careers. Just recently, I saw one of the masterminds, and I got to know there's this lady who's a real estate woman who sells things like in millions, properties. She came into this business, she quit that. She found this better. She started to make more here, and she's on the higher level. I don't know whether I'm allowed to take her name, but she's from Nepal. All right, she's not here from Canada and US. We are not just restricted to Canada, US. We are all over the world. We're global. Anybody can join us. Africa, wherever, Middle East, everywhere. Middle East for sure, right? I just want to be sure about that, Georgia. All right, so from any part of the world, all you have to do is go to our links. You will be prompted for your email. Don't be afraid. We're not going to give your email to anybody else. Your email and your name. Just put that in, and then you'll watch our free workshops. Once you watch that, it will all the time keep growing into your head. I have been wasting my time online just watching things just to make myself feel good. But now I could use my time meaningfully. This is what will go on into your head. I can use this to make money, and that will happen. And that will happen because you will learn the training. The training is excellent. The training will teach you. It's for people like dummies, like me, who don't understand a lot. And I'm still learning on a daily basis, because they update over there. I try to understand a lot, and I learn from everybody else too on a daily basis, everything, even from their mistakes, because that teaches us not to do that, right? So, all right, so I think I spoke quite a lot. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to give you all these tips. Reel is the way. CapCut is very easy. Do not be afraid. Just land over there. You won't lose anything. Go for the free way, first of all. Cell phone is fine. You can do it on the cell phone, or you can do it on your computer, whichever way, but I'm comfortable on the cell phone. It's faster for me for some reason, because of the 2-3 years that I've spent making small videos for everybody, family videos. And in the beginning, your videos might not look nice and very boring. Now that I look at my old videos, oh my goodness. Why did people bear me for so long? But now I'm trying to make it more lively, more like when somebody sees, they want to know what's happening next. It's that way. And also, when you do your posts, try to put 2-3 pictures, turn it into a reel, and they'll have animation. So like when I said, when they sway and come, they have transitions. So in between pictures too, like how in the movie something comes in very gracefully, or it will zoom in and zoom out. You will get that option. You'll start feeling like a director, even though you may not be, but it's okay. It will take time, and you will thank yourself that you went to CapCut. I know this is about Facebook, but Facebook also has it. And Facebook also has a transition and all, but it's a little challenging, and you're worried that you might suddenly post it. So if you want to keep it perfect, you work a little bit on CapCut, then you come back to Facebook and throw it over here. And Reels is the way. Once again, I cannot stop saying that. All right, guys. So thank you very much. And by the way, we are also going to start. I'm sorry, just one more minute. I'm sorry. We are also going to start our South Asian channel, which means Indian, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans, all the neighboring countries of India, mainly surrounded Afghanistan, Israel. I know they speak different languages, Pashto and Farsi and all that, and they won't understand Hindi, but that doesn't matter. We'll do both. We'll speak Hindi and English together, and we're thinking of having this in the on the 13th and 14th, because Independence Day for Pakistan, which is on the 14th, and for India, which is the 15th, is coming up soon. So we want to have an opening that day, and I really hope you guys all join there. All right. So I'm from India, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that clearly. I'm from India. I was born there. I stayed there 22 years of my life. Then I left for Dubai. I stayed there 3-4 years. And now between America and Canada, the last 22 years. But I can speak Hindi, maybe not perfect, but I can still speak Hindi. And I'm very much Hindustani. Namaste. All right, guys. So thank you very much.
Wow, girl, you are incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Georgia. Thank you.
I think that we're gonna bring you in the team integrity ad assisting, and like literally you can, do a whole Zoom for us to show us how you make these amazing reels on CapCut. Because I see that you've been doing excellent. And every time when I know my business partners are doing great is when I open up Facebook to do a post for my advertisement and you see them. And every time I open it up, I see beautiful Angelina's post and her reels. And she is so right. I put a reel recently. I was like, dreams do come true, right? Or it all started with a dream. It all started with a dream. And I kind of like, on purpose, I put this picture out there in a reel, and one of the popular songs right now. And I think is it Theodora? I'm not sure exactly how to spell her name. And there's this guy staring at me. He photobombed me, and there's a couple of guys in the background. There's this guy staring at me, and I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna post this,
Yeah.
and I know I'm gonna get some noise. And I did. Everyone's like, "Who's that guy?" Like, is totally photobombing you. And it was like, if you do the unthinkable online, like it's fun. Everything that you do online, make it fun. It doesn't have to be, oh, I gotta post and it's real serious. No, it's so what we all do here. Anybody who's watching on Facebook and on all social media platforms, it's so fun. So thank you, Angelina. Since we kept bringing up Arthur, we only got like 7 minutes to go, but why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you think about Facebook, and introduce yourself for us, and then we'll go quickly to Rita afterwards. But thank you for joining, Arthur. And
Hi.
thank you so much.
Can you guys hear me good? Okay. So my name is Arthur, obviously, and I'm from West Kelowna, Canada. And yeah, so just to waste your time, the topic, I feel one of the ways that we can, make, I think you guys have said it all at the end of the day, but just to add to or touch up to what you guys already said, um, the posts that you're making have to come regularly. That's something that is a big thing for even me, because I'm slacking in that department. But however, I see a lot of other people, posting 3 times a day and all that. That's how it's meant to be. It should be engaging and tailored towards your target audience. My target audience might be different from every other person's target audience. Like Angelina spoke about the Asian community, and I could be targeting the Nigerian community. And then you have to make it fun and engaging as well. And yeah, that's my contribution to the topic, just not to waste anybody's time. But
That is so valuable. Even that little minute there, that is so valuable. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly. And that's what we're going to be doing afterwards. Once we're done this live, we're hopping on a Zoom to help Arthur, who's new in this business, and he made an incredible ad. Oh my goodness. You're a genius. You're a genius. I want to applaud you here because I know that's going to bring in tons of buyers and tons of $1,000 sales. In Jesus' name, I proclaim it. So thank you, Arthur. God bless you. Why don't you introduce yourself, Buzz, really quick? We got about 2 minutes here. Tell us a little bit about the subject, Rita. Have you got any tips to how to succeed on Facebook? And you can introduce yourself. You're on mute, so you can unmute yourself.
Sorry. Well, good evening, everyone. Well, I don't have anything new to say, but I'm just here to learn from you guys because I'm new in the business. It's just less than 2 months that I joined. So my name is Rita. I'm from Nigeria. So I've been in Spain for about between 19 and 20 years in Spain. So I've been looking for a side hustle and I found one just to be able to get out from my comfort zone. And in regards to the topic, I'm just here to learn. Okay. But the little I've been doing for so long, for now, since I joined, is the one Miss Angelina said, creating reels. Okay. Even Facebook will give you the suggestion of creating reels. So I do reels now, and also I go live, okay, for some few minutes, okay, I go live, and through the live session, I create a reel, just like Miss Angelina said. So with that, after that, I post mostly. I make sure I post at least, because during the training, it is instructed to be posting 3 times in a day. Okay, I do posting all the time. I get a motivational quotes. I make sure I add along with my posts motivational post. And also, even with that, sometimes every day I think of any post to think of any message on my own to think about, and then post that message as well. So for now, so far so good. This is what I do. But just for the record, I'm here to learn. So thank you for giving me these few minutes, Miss Georgia.
You're welcome. God bless you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. So yeah, I really love everything that all of you said. Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. To end with this, like everybody, like Angelina was saying, you know, mom of 5, I only had a 7th grade education. I boomed to the top in this business, paid off debt, purchased new vehicles, moved into beautiful homes, traveling the world here in Barcelona, Spain. I'm from West Kelowna, BC, Canada. I was brought up in Eastern Canada. The topic, I would say today, like literally getting yourself out there on Facebook and how to get results. Inspire, educate, and entertain. Those are the 3 things you want to do in the online space, especially Facebook. Again, inspire, educate, and entertain. Take those and make it into whatever you want, brand yourself. Okay, people need to be educated in what you're doing. People need to be entertained. You can't just be dull and boring, whatever your posts are. And they need to be inspired. Okay, they need to be inspired. All of those have made me so much success. I'm a big Grant Cardone fan, and he talked about how he made 3 million in a little while just on free advertisement on Facebook. If he can do it, we can do it. We all can do it. I make so much money on free ads, guys. All you need to do is just advertise, post. Just like I was saying about Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said, whatever it is, your business, work at it, but then advertise it, get it out there. And that's what we do. We teach you how to advertise it. So our training got everything you need. So we're going to end, and I want to thank all of you for joining. If anybody wants more information and you have literally, you know, felt something with us, just click our link above, add your name and your email, and you'll be taken to the free workshop. And that's going to explain all the details on how you're going to get started, what this business is, and how you too can make an incredible income online and live a freedom lifestyle like I do. Live from the beach and still make an incredible income, make 5.9K sales. So if I can do it, a mom of 5 with only a 7th grade education, so can you. Once you add your name and your email to our websites above the link, or if you don't see our website, just reach out to us and tell us you want to watch the workshop. And you can even watch it in your language if you don't speak English well. Just message us and we'll add you to our free Earn Online Academy. And that's a Facebook group, and you'll learn so much more about the business. So thank you all. Till next time. See you guys on the other side. Click that link. You won't regret it, like all of us here. Bye.